Hi everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you and welcome to Audible and Visible. Hello, good afternoon. So there are two topics we are targeting in today's session, a closed test and another one is drill. So we are going to practice these two topics. Let me know, voice is breaking. I think it should be better now. It should be fine. If you can also check your net connection once, that would be great. To me, it's showing fine. I mean, the time when I am saying something, audio levels are showing fine to me. Net is also good. So you can confirm once again. Speed is it's clear now. Great. So we are going to practice these two topics. Those who don't know me, I am Niharika John Mehra, and I have been teaching English for more than 10 years now. You will find many of my sessions here on YouTube. My schedule is like so. On Mondays is and Fridays, I have classes here at 1:30 p.m. on this channel. And same time, I have classes other 3 days, that's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on our sister channel, which is CGB IBPS Hub. Okay, so you can have classes there also, practice there as well. There is an extra class at 8 p.m. Saturdays on this channel, and this is again a very helpful class for you. Okay. Apart from this, I take classes under our courses. बहुत ही beneficial courses हैं. They are exam oriented. You get great mentorship. So check out those courses on our website and on our app. Details are in the description box below. जल्दी से like और share कर दो. We are gonna start with a cloze test, and whenever we do a cloze test, हम back to back questions करते हैं. I will not stop you in between and explain the answer. Once we are done with all the blanks, then I'm gonna take you through the words. If there is any other tough word, I'll give you the meaning of it, and we will discuss the answers. Since this is the first blank, I want you to take a little bit of extra time and give it a rough read. Read the paragraph as well. I'll give you a little less time. How Snap has answered no to if you can answer this way, it would be great. Think of context, think of the word meaning, and then answer. Okay. are the answers. We'll discuss one by one. Okay, and please let me know out of 10 how many the answers were correct. The task of the Information Commission is different but no less important than that of Election Commission. You can see in the passage ahead we have compared them. So we are not talking that the task is different but no less irrelevant. Relevancy की बात यहाँ हो नहीं रही है. No less existence नहीं बोल सकते because I want an adjective over here because I'm comparing the task of this commission being different than that of the election commission. So existence and significance both are noun, तो ये वैसे ही out हो जाते हैं. Ignorant negative word है, we don't want. Okay, so here important ही था जो आना था. Hint मिल गया इसमें. Good. This is very good if you are able to understand and take the hints. Independent structures set up to regulate and monitor the government are. देखो regulate whenever you have anything जहाँ पर and होता है बीच में. Okay, so same kind of words, same family of words are used before and after. So regulate से मिलता जुलता regulate and attract government. Why we want to do that? Strengthening form wise नहीं आएगा. Penetrate V1 and devote. But devotion and regulate करना are totally different things. So monitor है, regulate करना है, govern करना है. Same family words, same tone words. So E was the answer. Third one. Those who have joined late, do not worry. Abhi explain ho jaye. We are already completed these 10 blanks. And then we will move on to the next question. Okay. The separation of power is a concept which dash this dependence and is vital to our democratic checks and balances. So we want a positive word. The separation of power is a concept which outstands. We don't want to say that. It highlights. Underscore karna is to highlight. That we can say. Which advances, differs, alag hai. Rigorous to adjective ho gaya. We wanted a verb here. So the right answer was B. Okay. When I say advance word as a verb, it is to move ahead. The tiger advanced towards something. That is not what we want to say here. The form is verb and verb meaning of this word is totally different than the adjective meaning of this word. तो वो बात को आपको ध्यान में रखना है. When power is centralized and the freedom of expression something no matter, democracy is in peril. Tell me this is positive or negative. Democracy is in peril. It is in danger. That means we are saying when the power is concentrated at one point. That's why author is saying separation of power is a good thing. He is supporting that the power should not just belong to one entity alone. So he is already talking about separation of power and then he is explaining that why he is supporting separation of power. Because it is not good to have just centralized power. So the power is centralized. We are going to say like this. And the freedom of expression, fifth one. Try to do these such blanks if they are so close to each other. Try to do them together in exam. So expression, freedom of expression is threatened and the power is centralized, just belonging to one place. That's the time when democracy is in danger. Now the complete sense is understandable. ना हाँ तो यहाँ पे वो आना था. बाकी I don't think any vocabulary is there in third or fourth and fifth one that you won't understand. Okay. Moving ahead. That is perhaps why these amendments have to be understood as a deliberate architectural change to affect in a regressive manner power equations, etc. So understood as a change. Now what kind of change? Unintentional? No. This is not that automatically something happened, we didn't think of it और फिर वो हो ही गया. Unintentional is giving wrong context. Worried का meaning नहीं निकलेगा, sense नहीं निकलेगा कुछ. Discard is a verb, I want an adjective. Equivocate is to be vague, not clear. सो दिस इज और अ भी है तो आप इक्विवेकेट नहीं बोल सकते. इक्विवेकेट इज ऑल्सो अ वर्ब. Many reasons for D not to be answer. So this is something that we can understand as a deliberate, जानबूझकर इस टाइप का चेंज लेकर आया है for our benefit. Okay. The commission, which is vested by law with status, independence and authority, will now function like a department. Will के साथ verb का first form आएगा. Now first form is function and multitask. Okay, there are only two words grammatically that can come. But अगर multitask है like a department है क्यों है? Multitask में it should act in multiple ways. Technically, the word meaning shows that it can do things of other departments also. So that's the context, and which is not completing if I choose D as my answer, and hence यहाँ पे answer आपका C था. Then and be subject to same hierarchy and dash for obeisance, that is praising someone or respecting highly. We are not going to negotiate for it. Subject to hierarchy and subject to demand for such kind of respect. Shaping, molding, एक आकार देना, किसको आकार दे रहा है? Incomplete बात हो जाएगी. Tackle is a verb. We don't want to use that. We want to use a noun. Okay, so subject to what? Subject to hierarchy, subject to something else, that is subject to the demand. Demand is for what? For respect. Ninth one, the dash of the government to serve the has to set the terms. So intentional नहीं होगा, formality नहीं है, there is no more discussion left. So the decision is to usurp the pass to set the terms. This is the final thing now. 9th तक जब हम आ रहे हैं, decision यहाँ पे आना था. Must be understood as an obvious attempt. See, and लिखा है ना, तो और कुछ तो आ ही नहीं सकता था, right? So it was a hint for you that you wanted something that starts with the sound of a vowel. ये आपका आंसर था. Okay. Now we'll do para-jumble. Para-jumble के लिए please remember first broad information, common information, then you narrow it down to specifics. I'm gonna give you 3 to 3.5 minutes to solve this one. Please start doing it. Give me the complete answer here in the chat. All of you must answer in next 30 seconds. Answer here is CFA, EBD. And cross check your answers. That's okay if you haven't done it correctly. You are here to learn. Okay. So focus on the learning part. Nobody is going to judge you. The government has struggled. Now, if I say the government, it is not necessary I'm talking about India, right? I can talk about any country, I can talk about any place. So I need more clarity, and A cannot be my first sentence. The government has struggled to supply every household with all these things, which every COVID 19 case is confined in government run quarantine facilities. So, too much of details, and it's something very specific and narrow. We want more context. We may hint word tha moreover. Moreover, children who tested positive have been separated from their parents. It's a negative sentence that means something negative already hoga and we are adding to it. Moreover is continuing the same negative tone. For the past 2 weeks, China has locked down Shanghai, its financial center. Now, this is a piece of information कि ऐसा ऐसा हुआ. Whenever a sentence mentions an event taking place, something that happened or has happened, is happening, many times that is the beginning of the further story. Okay, first you talk about aisa hua, then you go into details what happened, who did it, why did it. So, see, that's why the first sentence. B says the crisis has now ignited a debate on whether this strategy that enabled China to avoid major second wave still remains relevant. Now, the crisis, I need to know the name of crisis. It relates to something which is now, and something relates to strategy. Everything is to be mentioned before. Then I can use the statement. Food shortages are not the only problem. Many have said they are running out of medicines. There's a negative sentence and a problem. E and B. Moreover, children have been separated from their parents. So E and B, they were a strong pair because we are getting to know specifications of the crisis. Many of its 26 million residents confined to the apartments have complained of food shortages. Food shortages and its residents. Just now in C, we saw that China के बारे में बात हो रही थी, तो definitely C and F are gonna come together. Then we will know that we are talking about residents of China. Okay. Now it says that food shortages, acute food shortages, and we want to talk about more shortages which is continuing in A. So the government has struggled to supply every household with daily necessities, with the supply chain paralyzed, and all these things are happening. So C, F and A coming together talk about condition for, during quarantine. Then E and B takes us to further details of who all are impacted in what all manner. And D is concluding saying now there is, because of all the things before mentioned, we have something, there is a debate going on whether this strategy that enabled still remains relevant because so many troubles, so many problems are still there. तो CFA, EB and D, इस तरीके से आप इसका आंसर बनाते हो. So you could have also checked, see E and B तो इसमें एक strong pair थे, no doubt in it. C, F, A, C, A, F. This could have been a point of confusion कि AF आएगा कि FA आएगा, है ना? So in that case, you could have just checked where the flow goes better. Okay, D was for sure the last one, है ना? तो उसमें तो problem नहीं था because it relates to everything mentioned earlier, and now based on that what we are saying. So this point, sometimes you may have to check two routes and see where the flow is better, where when I'm going from first to the second sentence, when I'm shifting from one point to another, if it is abrupt shifting और द ट्रांजिशन इज स्मूथ, तो आप वो चीज़ों को चेक कर सकते हो, उसमें भी आपको यही मिलेगा कि आंसर दिस है. वन मोर क्वेश्चन. Parajumbles, please start working on this one. Found this easier. So answer is EEAC. ED B भी हो गया, थोड़ा सा इधर उधर हो गया. So please understand. When we say above all, we are giving prime importance to the thing जो हमने बाद में बोला है. So that's there. The many uncertainties spoke to how heavy duty infra push in this sensitive region is taking place without rigorous enough local research. So that's A. Amidst search and rescue operations, confusion persisted about exactly what had caused the surge of water. एक रूल हमेशा याद रखना, whenever the is used with a common noun. I have explained this in the previous session also. We need to know that noun first, then only in next sentence or two sentence later, three sentence later, हम the और common noun का use करेंगे. So in B, when it says the surge of water, I need to talk about this thing directly or indirectly before B. The danger here, where? Is that instead of mitigating, ill conceived projects could end up. This is a speculation, it is not something जो पक्के से होगा. Multiplying the risks more tragically. So something happened and उससे भी ज़्यादा tragically, at least 150 people were reported missing. Just now I told you कि कोई incident का mention अगर है, like this one on Sunday, this district saw massive flooding sweep away the entirety of the hydro project. So something happened, and more tragically, so many people were reported missing. So E and D, it's like headline of a news, right? So they will come first. Now, because people were missing, that what is the logical next step? यहाँ थोड़ा सा logic आपको use करना है. It is going to be search and rescue operation. We can understand because people went amiss. यहाँ पे आपके पास में the next step is to search for them. Confusion persisted about exactly what had caused the surge of water. Surge of water भी समझ में आ गया flooding को लेकर. So now B would come. Above all, many uncertainties spoke about how heavy duty push in this sensitive region is taking place. So EDB still talking about the incident and post incident, what were the steps taken? Says the danger here is that ill-conceived projects, not just this project, this one, okay, that swept away, but all the projects generally could end up, if they are ill-conceived, in multiplying the risk. So C is more of a conclusive toned sentence because we mentioned an incident and we are saying अगर ऐसा हुआ तो आगे भी कुछ कुछ हो सकता है अगर proper projects नहीं हुए. In this way, there is no other place for A but to be used before C and after EDB. EDB trio बन जाएंगे. They'll come together. A says above all, many uncertainties spoke how this infra push in this sensitive region is taking place. So आपने पहले लोगों के बारे में बता दिया, इंसिडेंट बता दिया, सी में रिजल्ट बता रहे, so there is no other place for A to go anywhere else, right? I hope you are getting the point. Using this hint of the with a common noun is, I have seen this working in almost every question of Para-jumble. At least 9 out of 10 Para-jumbles will have this kind of a hint for students, and it's just that you should be able to spot it. पर इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि जैसे द सर्च है तो बी जो है इमीडिएटली ई के बाद में आ जाएगा. द सर्च मतलब कि जो भी सर्च ऑफ वाटर जो भी है, इसका नेम फर्स्ट मेंशन कहीं ना कहीं बी सेंटेंस के पहले होना चाहिए. तो इस तरीके से हम क्वेश्चंस को समझते हैं और करते हैं. Is there any doubt? Anything you want to cross check with me? Anything you want to ask? You felt कि मैम ऐसा क्यों है, ऐसा क्यों नहीं है? I think you are done. So on this channel, I'm gonna meet you now on Friday, 1:30 p.m. As I mentioned, I have classes here on this channel Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1:30 p.m. Bonus class on Saturdays, 8 p.m. Apart from this, that we do have other channel which is the IBPS Hub. वहाँ पर मेरी क्लासेस सेम टाइम 1:30 फॉर नेक्स्ट 40-45 मिनट्स होती हैं एंड टाइमिंग सही है बट डेज आर ट्यूजडेज, थर्सडेज एंड फ्राइडेज, सैटरडेज, ऑल्टरनेट डेज वहाँ. You are, oh, good to know. I mean your username is Snap over here. So I wasn't sure that I wasn't familiar, but good to know that I have some of my old students here as well. Okay. So all the best. Now, please don't forget to like and share the video. And if you're new here, do subscribe. Good to see you, Snap. Okay. Bye bye. Take care.